y'all. What's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. And guess what? I'm back, baby. I'm back home. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to tell you. Great trip, productive trip. Got some insights. I'm gonna share some stuff with y'all today. It's a good show to share today. Share the show today. I'm gonna share some stuff that it's gonna help you later on in your life. Okay, it's gonna help you in this life right now, and later on in your life, it's gonna help you in this basketball community. It's gonna help you apply something. I'm gonna give you something to apply to all walks of your life. I can't wait to share this. You know, I've been out there. You know, I've been working a little bit. Enjoying my birthday. Had a sensitive topic yesterday, but I know it's Thursday, it's Baby Friday, and we affectionately call it Baby Friday because the Chop Shop is not aired on Friday, so we consider this our last day of the week, and I always try to give you something, and the cake until Monday. So, but let me see, what is it's Baby Friday, right? Let me check my starting five before I go. I got you today. D. Holcomb is in the building. Alex Sesteroson's in the building. Corey Willis is in the building. Thaddeus Moody is in the building. Where my women at? Hold up. Daryl Barnes is in the building. My starting five is men. Did I offend the women yesterday? Because I said I just wanted some new women. I mean, they so sensitive. The sixth man, let me see what the sixth is Daryl Anderson. Oh my, women, where my girls at? Y'all quit being, hey Brandy, thank you, Brandy. Men in them, I don't know, you know what? They got a little sensitive on me yesterday because I said, all I said, I just wanted some new voices. I wanted some new ears. I just wanted some new comments. Cause some of us that just been on the Chop Shop so long, we sit back and just what? No, I need some daring women. I need some of these women like Judge Katanya Jackson Brown. We need just some new blood. Shout out to everybody. Hey, Jonathan Griffin. Jonathan Griffin, what you put 19 up there? What that mean? Tell me what that mean. I'll be putting no codes up here on my damn feed. What's up, Derek Johnson? Robert Young is in the building. Hey, Olga, I got something for you today. Wanda, my baby, is in the building. Wanda, the Nail Gallery in Memphis, Tennessee, is in the building. Gina, hold up, y'all. Let me check y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all Miss Gina. Let me show y'all Miss Gina what she had on at the game of the night. Look at her. Memphis. Look at Miss Gina. That's Miss Gina's shirt right there, y'all. That's Gina Lofton, the mother of Kenneth Lofton Jr. and the beautiful wife of Ken Lofton Sr. But I was at the game with him, sitting right behind him, and I told her I got to take a picture of this and put it on the show. So, Gina, I told you as promised. Damn, my girls. Okay. Hey, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I have a certain pep in my step. When there's one, I love all of y'all. But it's certain y'all, because they be so busy. And I know if she's tuning in, boy, she done took out her time to come over here. That's Mika Nicole. I shout out to her. I told Barnes, I told you when I said wanted more women, I had to sleep. I'm sorry. Daryl Barnes, hey, I don't want you sleeping on the couch, okay? Okay, some of us run around our house and some of us run our house. You know what I'm saying? I run mine. Y'all, some people run around it. Y'all get that later when you go out the door. Hey, Miss Dorothy. Let me see. I'm excited. I'm excited about today. I got something to share with y'all that I never shared before on the show. And it's a topic, because yesterday I had a sensitive topic. We had a domestic violence issue in our basketball community yesterday. I don't know, it's just allegations, but somebody, I got the arrest affidavit, and and all that kind of stuff, and you have to stay a certain feet away from a person who got a protective order against it. All of that stuff is documented. So I don't know everything about it, but not a young man, in this community, not knowing how to treat a woman. And I put the blame on us. I put the blame on us. I put the blame on us, not teach. Yeah, some of these kids are off the chain, but I told you we got to deal with our at-risk kids and our not non-at-risk kids. We got to be able to touch them, especially when they in this community and they love this basketball. We use the basketball as a vehicle to guide them. Instead of all of you grown ass, groupie ass men following behind these little boys and letting them do everything they do. Yeah, I said it. Yes, I said it. Yes, it's a lot of y'all out there. It was full of them. Vegas is full of them groupie ass men hanging around. It used to be the women was running after the players. Now you got these groupie ass men running after them. I just can't understand it. I just, maybe if y'all know somebody who does it, that may email me, man. I just want to talk about what makes you follow a dude around. I just can't. I'm following Beyonce or Ciara around. I'm not following no damn John Moran around. I'm just, maybe it's just old school or something like that. But this groupie ass stuff, it's got to stop, man. It's got to stop. So, but when we do that, we just let these guys, we try to be these kids' friends. No, we got to guide and groom. I'm gonna use that word a lot. Groom these young men to be able to, clout and attention. I know some guys who done hung around a player so long now he think it's unbelievable, man. I mean, it's unbelievable, but. And if y'all notice how I handled the situation yesterday, and I want y'all to go back and look at us a master class, even how I talked about the John Uri situation. I wasn't bashing on John Uri. I know one of y'all scattered, Robert talking about you. No, y'all just said, man, Robert might be mentioning your name, but it's some stuff that you need to hear. Because Robert Hatter ain't never intentionally, listen to me, trying to talk down and tear down no black man, no man, period. I'm gonna put him in, but especially a guy that looked like me. Never, ever, ever. Now, if his ass wrong, I'm gonna tell him about it. The only thing I had a problem with John Uri about, dude, if you had a problem with Jimmy, pick up the phone and call him. If you want to do something for the company, pick up the phone and call him. Quit all this twittering. Yeah, and I'm gonna have that in my message. I'm gonna talk about that, but I just wanted to share with y'all. That was just on my heart yesterday when I see a little girl and people, we had some people talking about what she did. I don't care what she said to him. I don't care what she did to him. It's a matter of respect the woman. Know who a woman is. Maybe some of y'all ass don't know what a woman, who and how precious a woman is. And maybe I need to just refresh. Boy. Let me say something. I was just talking about them, right? I was just thinking about in my life and just talking about how valuable women are in my life. My mama, my sisters, 5 sisters, a daughter. Man, I wouldn't be nothing without those young ladies. Yeah, I call them young ladies. I wouldn't, man. I just wouldn't. Every time I think about it and go back, yeah, my brothers and my dad died when I was 12, and my brothers were, but them women, man, they just amazing to me, and they just can do. I mean, they kooky. But I'm gonna get back to the women later. But I just listen, fellas, the most precious being, God in all His infinite wisdom. He chose her to nurture and carry His seed. We planted it, men, our semen, we planted. But women are the nurturers of our next generation. I ain't trying to preach to you. I want our young fellas to know when you talk, you're talking to a queen. Maybe we need to study. We're talking to royalty. You can't sit up here and beat and talk and all of this. Listen, that's why I said Throw all that rap crap in the garbage. You talking negative about women. You know, serious, man, because that's what them kids listen to. Let me tell y'all something. Media shapes our culture. If your kid growing up, if I put your little brilliant ass kid in a situation where everything he grow up, he watching Yo MTV raps, he listen to rap music, he watching everything rap on TV, everything is rap. Guess what's gonna have an influence on his life? No matter what you and your dad, you and your husband around there doing, guess what going? Because our media shapes out what these kids listen to and watch shapes our culture. So when our young men, that's why when they used to get in the car with me, I know y'all bumping that crazy ass music with them. Because some of you old ass dudes be liking that music. And I ain't mad at you. Like what you like. But it's an opportunity to explain to these guys when y'all in the car, in the van, listen to this music. Yes, I'm talking to the people on the summer circuit. Explain to them, dude, why you... Let's find a better beat. Let's find something else, man. Because guess what? Media shapes our culture. It shapes it. But it's a unique, it's a unique dynamic, y'all. I don't blame the young fella. I blame us. Notice I didn't mention his name. Y'all see them other people putting his damn name on the screen. I didn't put no kid's name on the screen. That's not what I'm trying to do. Like somebody tell me, you need to have John Urey on the show. For what? Some buffoonery? Listen to me, y'all. Tune into another show if you want buffoonery. Not a freaking buffoon. Yes, we're gonna kick it, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna laugh. But I'm not finna be. No. All I sit there and show y'all perfect examples of, and I asked the question, and y'all need to go back and get the comments. I asked a great question. I said, man, please explain to me these tweets. He could never explain them. He just talked about how smart he was. I'm the smartest person in the city. I'm the smartest person. I'm smart. But you're not smart enough to answer a question. That's education 101. But a unique thing happened to me. Been thinking about y'all over the weekend. And Tim Reed. You remember Tim and Daphne Reed? Tim Reed. Yes, absolutely, Olga. Absolutely, Olga. I never forget Nicki Minaj. What's that girl name? What's the girl name? Not Nicki Minaj. What's the other girl name? Cardi B. So now I don't let my daughter listen to my music. I'm not letting. But she don't mind your daughter. She don't mind your daughter. Y'all listen, if these y'all heroes, I'm not trying to dash y'all heroes. I'm finna give you some, like I said, to download in your intellectual hard drive today. And Tim Reed, filmmaker, Daphne Reed, beautiful wife, been in the movies for years, but I saw something he said, and I want to share with y'all. He mentioned this, and I thought about this community. I thought about the conversations yesterday. Remember, go back and think about the conversation yesterday. Listen to me. Before I go here, this is a great time to share the show. Right now. I mean, right now. Because I'm not going back. I'll tell your friends, they better get on that. I can't go back and I want to keep going back and forth. It's going to lose the impact. So get your friends on here. I'm going to get me a little sip of tea. I got something I got to share with you. We're going to get to some sports. I promise you. We're going to get to your sports in the Southwest camp and all that kind of stuff if Jimmy come on, because I don't know nothing about it. Y'all got to explain to me what happened at the Southwest camp. I don't know. I don't know about that. But so unique. You need to share the show right now. It's I promise you. It's he just dropped a gem. And all of this, all of this stuff been going on in this community. Y'all remember a while back, I went back and said, check this out, Derek Johnson. I sit back because everybody complaining about the summer basketball community. This ain't this. You know, we got guys tweeting about this guy. You got, grown men tweeting on this and they're tweeting, and all this stuff going on. And I'm saying, man, maybe this system, if it's burning, we need to just let it burn down and build a new one. No, Robert, what's gonna happen? I got to have some AAU basketball. Robert, what? I don't know what to do if I'm not a coach of a basketball team, because I'm not a leader nowhere else, but here I'm a leader. What would I do? My whole identity would be gone. I didn't say stop summer basketball. I said the crazy stuff that's happening in the basketball community. We need to let it burn down. Not basketball. College coaches, they get paid a lot of money to find the kid, whether you got a basketball game or not. They gonna come and find your kids. Whether you got if your kid is good, that's their job. You follow me? Y'all leave Jameson Morrow alone, man. You know what? We got the internet. We got the boom boom room police. Jacoby and Kevin Frankman. And Jacoby, I'm glad you're young. Jacoby, these words are for all you young people. Because some of the old folks, I love y'all, but and I want y'all to get this and pass it down to the young people. I ain't gonna say don't y'all listen, but this from a youngster. Guys like Gary Carter, it need to be about 1,000 Gary Carters on here, 1,000 Jacobys on here. Should be 1,000 Alfios on here. It should be 1,000, because I'm gonna give them some. Corey, I was thinking about it, right? Because all of this stuff going on in the community. You got guys, I don't want to go to this tournament because he don't like this guy. This guy don't like this guy. Wanda, we got this kind of stuff coming up in our city. I just go to both tournaments. I go to both of them's tournaments, Robert, because I just want to be in the middle. I told y'all, don't ever be a man in the middle. Choose a side. Choose. Quit being scared. Well, McKinley Single, I don't go to his event. I don't go. Man, listen to me, y'all. I am so tired of that damn mess. I am so tired of that mess. Look at Chad Grove. Shout out to Chad. I saw him last night. We took a picture. He just sent it to me. We took a picture at the hotel last night. He said, "Great seeing you, man." Yeah, I got back fast, man. I don't play. Chad, I wish I could have stayed there longer and talked to you longer, but man, let me tell y'all something. I was just in and out. I was my birthday situation. Then I got down there, I had the meetings, and I got something I want to share with y'all today. I'm taking my time because I want y'all to share the show. Just ain't enough people on here yet for me to share it. It's too valuable, man. It's too valuable. If you share the show, Jacoby, share the show. Chad, share the show. Uga, share the show. All of y'all, share the show. I mean, right now. Share the show. Call your friends. Text your friends. The last 5 friends. Text, tag, tell somebody. Wanda, and if you're on YouTube, push the thumbs up button. Matter of fact, I'm going to YouTube right now. I'm gonna do it right with you. I'm gonna do it right. I'm not gonna do nothing. Listen. Input equal output. I'm not gonna tell you to do something that I wouldn't dare do myself. So I'm sharing it right now. What I did, because I went on YouTube, you can share it to your Snapchat. You can share it to your I ain't got no real Snapchat. You can share it to like I did it like that. It'll pop up like that. You can just share it to your Twitter. I did that already, and I hope somebody pay attention to it. I ain't never tried it on Snapchat. Let me see. How do I share? Okay, share it. How do I share? I don't know how to share from chat. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I should have stayed out of it. But I don't know what I'm doing. Robert, yeah. Thad said I got 29 YouTube views on the 8 likes. I got a question. I just want to. Is it hard to push the like button? Just give me a reason why you didn't. I don't know who's on here that haven't did it, but is it hard? Tell me, y'all. I just want to know, is it hard to hit the share button? Just let me know. I just want to know. I want to make it a little bit easier for you. You don't want nobody to know that you're watching the show. Just give me the reason. Ain't that what Luther said? Give me the reason to want. Yeah. Y'all know. No, I can't sing. But no, this ain't about Houston, because there's people all over the country watching this show. This ain't about Houston. It's not a Houston thing, Gary. I'm sorry. Gary said it's a Houston. No. It's some people watching this thing that's not from Houston and not live in Houston. I just want to know, y'all help me. Simeon Sims, Jonathan Griffin, have you hit the thumb up? I'm finna call your names out. Hold on. D. Holcomb, did you? Corey Willis, did you hit the thumbs up? Darren Barnes, Corey Willis, I'm calling your name. I note that as Moody has. Jeremy Davis, have you hit the thumb up? Derek, have you hit it? Who else? Robert Young, have you hit it? Gina, have you hit the thumbs up? Mark Edwards, have you hit it? Dr. Newsom, have you hit it? That's all I want to know. Tell me if it's hard, let me know. Because I'm finna give you a subject that people need to hear about this basketball community. I'm finna give us, I think I found something. Kirk Dorsey, thank you, man. What's up, Kirk? Everybody. So let me go. Just share the show. If I can do it, everybody can do it. Brad, what? Oh, that's Brad. Brad, make sure it's my man Brad. That's my man. Let's golf partner Brad. Can't play golf a lick though. But boy, he got one of the nicest golf carts in the nicest clubs ever. Y'all, let me tell you something. Come out there with the nice golf cart, the nice clubs, and can't play dead. You know, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm talking about it. But I love him. Can't play dead on the Tarzan movie. But hold up. Somebody just sent me something. He just sent me something. Yeah, Brandon, I'm just telling the truth. Brandon, do me a favor, Brandon. Email me, chopshop@htx@gmail.com. I'm going to tell you where to come meet me. As soon as he play, I'm going to let you come out there, Brandon, and you're going to say, he right, Hal, he can't play dead. But you can watch Tiger all you want to. I got Tiger tape. Tiger got heels. We trying to get ours over here. The man told me hey, Brad. Hey, Brad, they ain't gonna show yours on the screen. You can't talk like that to me. That's why, see, I can hide it on the screen, Brad. Brad has said something bad to me on the screen, and YouTube wouldn't let it pop up. It's asking me, Robert, do you want to show it or do you want to hide it? Shout out to Alex Esteros and his son Dominique. They out at a high academic camp. Out the name of, let me see the name of it. I saw it. I'm finna get to the subject. I'm just waiting on some more people to get it. All-American basketball. It's called a Super Bowl. All-American basketball. We went out there and doing great things. Young man that played basketball at a Houston Christian School. He's just with a GPA of 3.9 on a 4-point scale. Yes. Shout out to our high academic kids too. Cause let me tell y'all something. You know, all us can't go to the NBA. I just left there this weekend. I didn't showed you the All-American basketball, all academic. Okay, all academic basketball. I'm sorry, all academic basketball. But Brad told me, boy, Brad, you done broke my heart now, Brad. But let me share something, y'all. Tim Reed, he dropped the gem. He dropped this gem on me. He said, check this out now. You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, you must build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. All you people, when I said we need to let the thing burn down and build something, we care a lot about change in this space we on. Because people be emailing, Robert, what can we do to change? Uh, what can we do to gain? We got kids going to all academic camps. We highlighting that too. You know, usually people just always highlight the other guys that's hooping. The guys that's, you know, so good, but we allow them to just beat up on girls and don't nobody say nothing about it. And coaches try to cover it up and doing other stuff to cover it up. That's quick covering it up. Coach, you can put makeup on a pig, okay? And people still gonna know you're a pig. The girl says something, y'all just don't know who this cat is. See, a lot of guys reveal themselves to their women or the women in their life more than they would do anybody else. They get vulnerable. Samson, go read his story. Could nobody beat him. But he laid in the lap of that beautiful Delilah and revealed the great gift that God gave him and told her about the strength that's in his hair. And she cut his hair off. He didn't have his strength no more. So, you know, like I said, it's three sides to every story. But I care about I care about change, okay? We care about a lot of change in about community, right? Community change, changing out of this slavocracy hierarchy that we are in society into something more equitable, and free, somewhere we don't have to tap into our black joy all the time because it's our right to just walk in it all the time. You know, we always got to tap into something. Why can't we just be all right? We got to tap into something. We got to meditate just to survive in this crazy ass world. And other people just walk through here like shit. The world is theirs. Some places are better than we were, and where we are. You know, some places better, you know, than we were. But here's the quote. I want you to listen to it carefully. Because it's just think about this basketball community. Think about this. Just think about your life and everything. Just watch this. He said, "You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, we must build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete." We get stuck in this paradigm sometimes where we recognize that our existing reality might not be what we want. Maybe we just want some minor improvements. I'm gonna pin that one. I'm gonna pin that one, Brandon. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna pin that and come back to it. Thank you, Brandon. I'm looking at your tweets. I'm looking at your comments. I'm gonna just pin them and come back to them. Maybe we just want some minor improvements in this basketball community. We don't want no old overhaul. I understand that. Maybe some people feel the existing reality of this summer basketball and where they're at. Some people feel it really, really sucks. Okay? Some people think it sucks. All right? They talk to me. I got you, Anthony. Anthony, share the show. This is important, Anthony. You got to get this. Some people just don't like anything about their existing reality. Now, you can apply this to any part of your life now, but I'm talking about the basketball community now because when I said we need to let it burn down, the people were alarmed. But Robert, no, Robert. We can't burn it down. I got the house of AAU basketball. But guess what? Some of y'all, you don't like, some people don't like anything about it. Summer basketball. There are degrees to this thing, y'all. There are levels to this. Okay? But fighting where you are and fighting the existing reality is going to allow you to spend a lot of energy fighting your existing reality, arguing within your existing reality, going back and forth on Twitter, going back and forth bickering. You ain't right because of this. You ain't right because of this. You ain't no coaches at your event. Don't nobody want to do hospitality room. We had a great time at this place. This was the best event I ever been to in my life. Bickering back and forth. Listen to me. There is a space for this. Okay? But when that's all we do, because I'm glad they did it, now it's up to us to go figure it out. Let's not be that's all we do. Instead of bickering, pick up the phone and say, player, look here, man. Them folks had this, them folks had this. How can we get that done in Houston? How can we get it? How use your contacts? Brandon, what can you do to do this? Alex Cestero, what can you do to help? Brandon Nicholson, what can you do? Anthony Johnson, what can you do? Instead of getting on there tweeting and talking about people, Kelton Solomon, what can we do? I've been waiting. chopshophtx@gmail.com. I've been waiting on somebody to call and say, Robert. See, I'm just on this platform speaking to the masses. But somewhere we got to get in our little think tanks. Hold on one second. Get in our little think tanks and our little just focus groups and come up with some solutions for this stuff. Right? Because it's bad. A lot of people know it's bad. But like I said, there's a space for your bickering. But when that's all you do, it ain't good. It's going back and forth with each other. When it is a community issue. This is a community issue. Why are we going back and forth with each other in the community and praising somebody's a tournament who's out of our community? Don't talk negative about the tournament that's in our community and praise the one that's not in our community. Is that all we do? Eternally? Get mad at the reality? And all we do is complain about it, talk about it, tweet about it, blog about it. Then we're fighting existing reality. We are upset about this reality. You're fighting it. You're upset about it. But that back and forth, whether it's between you and somebody else, or if it might be an eternal struggle, going back and forth with yourself. That fight that you're in, ladies and gentlemen, that feels like you're doing a lot, and you are. You're spending a lot of energy fighting. But you haven't built anything to replace the reality that you're in. Watch this. Watch this. I do this for everybody else, but watch this. You're spending a lot of energy, John Uri, fighting and tweeting. But you haven't built anything to replace the reality of what you're in. And I'm not singling him out. It's just these words I'm giving y'all today is because I listened to the show again yesterday. And I listened to his comments. He wasn't listening to what I was saying. He was just trying to tell you how smart he is. And I was trying to let y'all know common sense just ain't common no more. You know, some people show you, you know, they got a lot, they got a lot of sense because they ain't using none of it. When you're doing all this talking back and forth, Anthony Johnson, back and forth, tweet, back and forth, getting burner accounts, back and forth, Anthony Johnson getting burner accounts, McKinley Singers. We got guys in this community got burner accounts so they can talk about people in the community, the basketball community. Can't come out and say, I'm Robert Hatter, I said this, I'm doing this, I'm McKinley Singer, I'm saying it. They get behind it, they do the Kevin Durant. Y'all see how media shapes our culture. We saw how Kevin Durant hiding behind Colangelo, Jerry Colangelo's son, I know his name, Brian Colangelo, hiding behind a burner account in his wife's name. Want to talk about Joel Embiid? Oh, you're sort of like a newscaster. John Urey. Somebody call and tell him. Talk about him again. You're observing the current reality. Okay? You're the newscaster. You're observing the current reality. You are describing it in increasingly angry tones, right? You're upset. You're frustrated with it, right? They ain't ranking my guys. They're not talking about my guys. This event was good for the Houston Superstars. Selfish. He didn't say this event was good for our community. Everything we talk about on this show is centered around community. When one of us rise, all of us should rise. But we're going to always have people like that think they're smarter than everybody. They think that other people's ice is cold. You're the newscaster. You're playing the observer role. You're just observing. What are you doing? It's almost as though you're engaging that debate and that fight. You're engaging it. You're trying to pour salt on that fight. I got people in Vegas texting me because I did not text them the show. I did not text them. Let me text them the show right quick. Let me text them the link to the show. Y'all hold on, man. You know, I'm doing so much. Yeah, I'm doing so much. Well, you know how they say you're doing too much, Adam. But I'm gonna get back to y'all. You know, y'all the greatest in the world. Let me copy it. Let me see. Let me send it to them, man. See, it's what happened, man. When you go out there and take care of your business, people saying, they're talking to me right now. Oh, that mercy. Okay. They interrupt me. They that important, I let them interrupt my show. Because guess what? Because my people understand. Because they know we building community. We building community around here. I know some of it's going to be hard to drag some of y'all because y'all just used to the superstars. It was good for the superstars. It's good for me. Barry McDonald, it's good for me. Anthony Johnson, it's good for Anthony Johnson. I ain't worried about nobody else. It's good for Anthony Johnson. It was good for the stupid. But you're sort of like a newscaster, okay? It's almost like I say, you're engaging. You're not actually moving the needle in any substantive way. You people that be on Twitter going back and forth in the Twitter spaces of being on, you ain't doing that. You're spending a lot of energy though. Listen to me, y'all. We are spending a lot of energy, but that energy actually effectively being invested. Is that energy being effectively being invested? Invest your energy. Don't spend it. Invest it. And anything that is going to change the current reality that we do not want, y'all don't want it like this. And how can we change it, John Urey? into something. Let's change it into something that we don't want. Let's change it into something that we do want. The quote says, you never change anything by fighting the existent reality. Why worry about and tweet about somebody else's tournament? You ain't got no damn tournament. How in the hell you gonna tweet about something your ass ain't got? You ain't got a tournament for us to go to. You haven't constructed a tournament for us to go to. And you want to talk about a guy that just spent 20 years of his life doing it? Just call and say, man, I don't like you. It's just best to say, I don't like you, man. And I want you to know it. But don't come back and say, I supported him in the beginning. In the beginning? But you cut me down now? Hold up. I gave you a sandwich in the morning, but I gave you some poison at night. Candace, these people supposed to be leaders in our community. Choose your leaders wisely. What I said, the quote says, you never change anything by fighting the existing reality. To change something in this community, Marcus Carroll, instead of just making comments on the freaking YouTube page or the Facebook page, to change something, we must build new models. But that takes work. All y'all want to do is tweet. We changed something when we did this show. We gave a new model. Ain't nothing like this around. I'm telling you, that's what they telling me. You follow me? We must build new models. It wasn't a show like this. So guess what? We build it. You don't have to complain about Stephen A. Smith no more. You got your own show to watch, but you won't even tell your friends to watch it. When you build a new models that make this existing reality that we don't like obsolete. If we build something new, build something like it'll make the other things obsolete. Thank you, Tim Reed. I know this heavy, but y'all gonna be able to apply this to the rest of your life. What's up, Randall? We are here. We here. We hear this a lot when people talk about, check this out. We hear this a lot when people talk about clean water and dirty water. If you only drunk dirty, poisonous water your entire life, then you have an appetite for it. Marcus Carroll, I'm not worried about people seeking glory. We're looking for something we can build new. We already know. You don't need to report the news, Marcus Carroll. I hope you're listening to me, sir. You the newscaster right now. You just reporting stuff that we already know. What new model that we gonna come up with to stop that? Give us a new model. Most seek glory and fame, but want to jump past the working. We already know it's a problem. Check this out. Let's say, let's not even make it about water. The clean and dirty water. Let's not even make it about Jimmy. You came in the middle. I got you. I can't stop though. I got you. Let's not even make it about water. Oh, Jimmy, I'm gonna put you off. I don't even want you on today. Just stay in the green room. Let me just sit there for a minute. I got you. I don't want to see your face right now because I might use you as an analogy. It wouldn't be fair. Let's not even make it about water. Okay? Talking about the basketball community. I'm talking about any way you can apply this in your life. let's say you have a McDonald's diet, okay? You grew up on McDonald's. You've had so much McDonald's that your palate is McDonald's adjacent. Okay, all right. Check this out. That's when you've been weaned on McDonald's. That's you've been nourished by McDonald's. You have a McDonald's appetite. Okay, all right. Your taste buds are prime for it, Jimmy. Jimmy, the juicy burger, the fries. You know how y'all love the fries. Whatever it is that you like about McDonald's, you like it. It's okay. When you get that, it satiates you. You feel amazing when you get it. That this is your current reality. Jimmy, I'm sorry, I got to bring you in. Jimmy, that's your current reality. You all right with it? You all right with it? This your current reality, right? It's your appetite. Y'all like this summer basketball when people treat you bad, you go to bad tournaments and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, y'all kind of like that. I mean, Jimmy said something a long time ago, got to me, stuck to me. He said, man, this blue magic. It's your appetite. That's what you've been sort of primed to embrace and accept. Right? You got a guy, I got to go back to this. You got a guy that said, I want to do something for this community, but we're tweeting back and forth talking about a man in Houston that's been doing something for 20 years. And you go brag about somebody else's tournament from a guy from Milwaukee that don't look like us. It's the best tournament I've ever been in your life. I just don't understand that, y'all. So guess what? And if someone were to come along and say, hey, sis, hey, bruh, you want to try this amazing salad? Because you've been eating McDonald's. Jimmy, they've been eating McDonald's now. But I got this amazing salad. I made some homemade food. I got some fresh vegetables from the garden because my friend got a garden. I went and got some. But Jimmy, if you have been purely McDonald's appetite, right? That beautiful plate of fresh food is actually healthy for you. It's going to sustain you and give you life and help and change your physical makeup and make you healthy so that you are not headed down a pathway of American sickness and disease, and you're actually investing in your health. You might not know that the meal is better for you than the McDonald's diet. But your appetite is such that you will reject it when you see something good in this community. That's all I said. I didn't tell y'all to stop going to basketball games in the summer. All I asked was, if the system's so raggedy, let it burn down and let's build a new one. Now, we talked about the example of the dirty water and the clean water, right? Let's now transition to an example, to the example. If you're only drunk in dirty water, then you are perfectly content to even, you either don't like water, you'll drink it. If that's what you're perfectly content with it, especially if you have never seen a clean bottle of water before. You may not like swallowing the dirty water with sand and dirt in it, but it's all you ever known. Okay, and you have never seen anything else, right, ladies and gentlemen? You'll drink that dirty water. I gave that analogy on this show before. Go to Malcolm X, the movie, and that's what Elijah told Malcolm. Now, that's your existing model. That dirty water is your existing reality. It's your existing reality. That's what you're used to. Now, when someone brings you a fresh, clean glass of water, or when somebody sneaks some vegetables, Jimmy, on your plate that actually take good and you discover, oh, snap, I like these. Like I did Brussels sprouts the other day. I ain't never ate them, and I ate them the other day. I said, man, I don't want that crap. And I ate it the other day. Oh my goodness. Then they said they're healthy for you, Robert. I said, what? I like these. You just showed them a new reality. You just showed them a new reality. Making the existing reality obsolete. I got to finish this, y'all. Once you finally got to see the new water and the fresh water looks and tastes like, you say, oh my God, I'm not swallowing this with glass in it. You may have, you had just made the dirty water obsolete because the people said, I don't want that no more. A lot of us got to get a sense of empowerment, Jimmy, fighting the existing reality. Could have picked up the phone and called you and said, man, I saw these folks. Man, let's get to George R. Brown. He didn't do that. And there is nothing wrong, listen to me, with protesting. If Jimmy did protest his ass, if he did something wrong. Protest. Nothing wrong with protest. There's nothing wrong with doing some of the things that look like we're fighting the existing reality. There's nothing wrong with it. So listen to me, y'all don't get me wrong. But is that all we're doing? And not doing anything to create something new? Create something new. There's a guy on this feed, Jimmy. He was complaining about events. And Vince, man, I'm sick of these events. You know what I told him? Well, get your own. We have not replaced the existing reality with a clean bottle of water. I want us to think differently about how we're going into this era. Jimmy, I'm like the Rev, I'm closing. This phase of the year, right here, right? Y'all know, election season coming up upon us, y'all. You know, we have to get busy, not redoing what we've always done. Let's quit redoing what we've always done. Let's do something new. Jimmy, what you say? I'll try to be innovative. Not reaching out to people who've been reaching out. You ain't been able to reach before. With the same messages that didn't work. Come on, Democrats. You got the terrible message. You didn't reach the ass the last time, and you're coming with the same message. Come on. We got to create what, Jimmy? A new model. Freightman, a new model. Maybe they will work. Jimmy, hold on. When we create these new models, maybe they will work. Maybe they just might work just a little bit. But we got to get into the business of creating new models. Once we recognize what we're doing is no longer serving us. When this basketball community ain't serving y'all, let's create a new model. We can apply this to a whole lot of arenas, not just basketball. I want us to be clear. I want us to, and here we go. I want you to be clear. You can never change things by fighting the existent reality. To change some, you must invest in building something new. Jimmy, that makes the current become obsolete. Think about your phone, Jimmy. Think about that phone you got there. Once the smartphone came around, the dumb phone, you was done with it. I ain't picked up a BlackBerry since. Why would I have a phone that I can't watch TV on now? Think about that, y'all. These new phones have made Jimmy. These new phones, Angus. This new phone, Angus, have made the house phone what? Obsolete. Because they had a better product. John Urey, let's get a better product if you don't like this one. If you had told all of us who had phones back in the day, Jimmy, that we're going to have a phone, we're not going to have a phone that's connected to a long-ass cord that starts in the kitchen, Jimmy, and end up to every damn room in the house. I know you had one. I remember one day you can leave the house and walk around with your phone. New models make what we had obsolete. There's a lot of ways we can apply this, y'all. And I'm looking forward to applying this principle in my personal life, in my political life, and my analysis of what is happening in this society. I believe we can create new models. Jimmy, we created civilization. We created math. I know it's hard to believe, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's hard to believe that black people are not smart because they've been told y'all black people ain't smart. Because we are participating in an American education system, which is intentionally designed to benefit the children of descendants of whom descended from slaves, to the detriment of those who did. I know we believe there's an achievement gap, but it's not. It ain't. We just need to respond to the conditions that we're in. We're really good at innovating things, y'all. We make something out of nothing. We make a remix. That's why they call it a remix. We can make a remix out of anything. So let's y'all. Tim Reed. I got that quote for him, and I know you wasn't there, you wasn't here, but he just dropped a nugget on me, Jimmy. And all he said, and I'm in with this. All he said was, "You never change things by fighting the existent reality. To change something, you must build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete." That's all I got to say. What's up, Jimbo? I had to get that out, man. I've been had that in, after that show I did yesterday, and this kid going out here beating on the girls or whatever. Jimmy, my heart was heavy yesterday, so you know I went and meditated, and this what I came out with today, y'all. So welcome back. What's up, baby? What's up? Tell me about the Southwest. Well, I know you're going to, but please explain about the camp and the concept, because I forget. You know I forget. But before you do that, but you can just comment on what I said. We just glad to have you. What you got, baby?
Hey, first and foremost, I wanted to. You just made me think about something
Oh, Lord.
from this past weekend, and I think I'm looking at. I got different bind stacks. I got a few binders on my desk over here,
Take your time. Take your
and
time. I need a break.
so the question was, I mean, the topic was about the GMI, and what I did, I think the other day, I on Monday did the chop shop
I missed the show, man.
solo, and I named Heather. It was a falsification. See, the thing about the statement, and I told you guys in regard to my energy, here we go, and I found it. And I'm going to say it for those that missed it. See, the initial comment claimed that ain't no coach, basically I'm paraphrasing, ain't no college coaches, wasn't none going to be at the GMI. And so the problem that I had is when people, ignorance is one thing, but then when you falsifying something, that's a whole different thing.
Disinformation. Intentionally.
That's blatant. Because you went out the way to say it when nobody was even talking to you.
Did he maybe think you was talking to him when you talked about just staying at home? You know, he said, when he says stay at home, you just said, man, y'all could have stayed at home. You'd have went across the country. You was just talking to anybody. That could be a universal question. And he felt himself had to comment on what you said.
Guess what? The comment that what inspired me to make that tweet was after I got two different separate parents from two separate cities that say, man, we could have stayed at home. For what the coaches that's watching us play over here, it's coaches here, but they ain't watching us.
Jim, hold up, Jim. Jim. What you said, a hit dog or holler, but keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and first, let me get you guys and read you these names, because as I'm reading the names, I'm basically applauding and thanking them for taking out their time to come and support the George McClellan invitation. Right? As I count these names out, you can count them yourself. These are names of the college coaches that signed in or checked in at the sign-in desk. Now, there may have been one or two coaches that might have slipped in and didn't sign in. Often, a lot of them do it. They'll come and they'll act as though they're regular patrons because it's cheaper to get in that way. But most coaches will try to come in their support. They'll come through the college coaches door. You follow me? Now, Pete Cipriano from St. Peter's University was in the building at the GMI. If you played at the GMI, at the gym location, then I strongly encourage you to go to their website, click on his email, thank him for coming. Ditto for Coach Desmond Robinson from South Mountain Community College. Ditto for Brandon Chambers from Texas Southern University, as well as Sharon Chapman from Texas Southern University,
Oh,
Michael Arokansky from Texas Southern University. We had 5 right now. That's 5 coaches out of name right there.
right.
Because from an ignorant person that went public to make you guys believe wasn't no coaches there. Here we go. We'll keep going. Anthony Medina, University of St. Thomas, was in the building. Ben Schoen from University of St. Thomas was in the building. That's 7. Steve Rockefeller from Texas A&M University. Kelvin Sampson, University of Houston, was in the building. Scott Pera from Rice University was in the building. Greg Howell from Rice University was in the building. Byron B. Smith from Prairie View A&M was in the building. Alvin Brooks from Lamar University was in the building. Aaron Proctor from Lamar University was in the building. Wendell Moore from Lamar University was in the building. Were y'all still counting?
Keep going.
Was y'all still counting? How many y'all come up with? Because a nut told y'all wasn't no coaches gonna be at the GMI.
Hold on.
So that was my problem. My other stuff is just him being him. But don't lie about something that my fingerprints is on, when you know doggone well everybody that left that gym on Sunday was satisfied.
Jimmy,
with what they saw in that building.
Let me read it again,
Jimmy.
Let me read it again. This was the thing, Jimmy. See, I know you say it's personal to you. You took it, but see, I'm a wordsmith. I looked at the words. I saw him react to what you said. You said by the time Saturday night or Sunday rolls around, plenty of teens would be confessing to themselves, we just spent all this money and should have played in the gym, in the gym. And you just said, I ain't mad at you. So this guy took offense to that. You going by the mamas and then call you, the daddies, whoever, and call you and say they could have stayed at home. He don't know your intention of this tweet. He just assumed that you was in Houston worried about his ass, and he came back because it's personal. Watch this. Why should we come to a tournament when all you talking about is the coach's lounge? Who cares? No coaches are at your tournament the same as last year. Jimmy, that was personal. And that's the problem. And I checked his ass yesterday about it. What are you talking about? And you just read a manifesto of the coaches that were in attendance. U of H, one of the best teams in a whole of America.
Texas A&M as well.
Texas A&M, Power 5. And you can see, Jimmy, he didn't make this tweet he didn't make an informed tweet. But he come on here talking about he's smarter than you and everybody in the damn. I said, you're so smart, you don't know how to tweet. And then you come back the next tweet and talk about we all need to get together, you people. And hold up. No, this is what got me, Jimmy. I'm glad you mad about that. You know what I'm mad about? He sit up here and talk about your event, you and Miss Marjorie's event. But he praised that New York, like the best thing that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay, so if that's a topic that I'm once again, I think on Monday I share with you guys. First of all, during the live period, and how they missed it. This is a hell of a challenge.
Okay.
First of all, I want you to think of everybody that's on the male side of basketball that has. Think of all of the certified events around the country.
Okay.
I want you to think of how many of them that you know that was operated 100% black operated. In the United States of America, this past live weekend for the boys' side. First of all, let's extract them from the list, and let's how many of them was black 100%. I ain't talking about 99. I ain't talking about 98. I'm applying the one drop 5% rule. 100% black operated that you know of in the country this past weekend. Now, of those, how many of them had 100 teams?
You know, I don't know.
The GMI did. So if the GMI was so bad for the ignorant eyeballs, then what are you saying about the rest of the guys around the country that's trying to do these events in various cities and states? And we had to understand how many coaches did those events have? The GMI served as a purpose. And I went and I looked up, it just failed. You know, sometimes you're on Facebook and on your home pages in the morning, it would give you like a memory, something that you might have posted on that same day a year or 2 or 5 or 10 ago. And just in 2018, the GMI it was a post that they had 70 coaches there, college coaches. If I just read off 15 coaches to you guys, right? So, and that was, just think about it like this. For those of you that feel you have relationships with college coaches, the way that this stuff worked is a lot of coaches were already at the sneaker events, are already assigned to watch certain players that might have performed, that they may have seen on Baller TV or on live streams. And you watch them and I say, I got to watch this kid in person now. So a lot of coaches went and had to go watch this kid. And if a kid does well, how that stuff goes is if he does well, then you might have to encourage or influence your boss to come watch him again tomorrow. Assistants go watch him, and then when they find one that's they really, really ready to put the cosign, boss, you got to see him. It's your time to see him now. I done seen him 3 times. And so now the schedule changes. But if that kid don't perform well, or if boss, and then you watch him, I need to see him. I'll watch him again in 2 weeks. Well, then now your schedule frees up. Some of those coaches, a lot of coaches that's from this region, when they came back home, they knew to make their planes come back home Sunday morning, or they knew to drive back from a Gasso or whatever Sunday morning, so that they can go and be here on Sunday, if for those who wasn't here on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, if you had the same influence over just 2 coaches, whoever you may be, that's a grassroots operator. Just say if you had a team, 2 coaches were going to come see your kids play on that Sunday after they watched everybody else. You know why? And I've said it on Monday. There ain't many cities. Me and Hannah, we don't party nowhere near the amount we used to. But I'm going to tell you something. I know they don't, because I ain't there partying like I used to. I know where to party at. And it ain't many cities in the United States.
No, ain't nothing like this place.
That's better than Houston on a Sunday.
Absolutely.
It ain't many right now. Now it goes in peaks and valleys. It rotates. I'm telling you guys right now, Houston is on the top of the food chain when it comes to a Sunday in the summertime. So those college coaches who love to go and do their fair share of partying ain't got no problem coming into Houston. So if you had a summer team, then you telling the coach, man, we come over here, you come in, come watch this one game, come to the GMI on that Sunday afternoon, And then we're going to go with a 50-15, or we're going to go to Faces, or we're going to go over here, we're going to go over there. We're going to go to Chapman and Kirby. We're going to go to Belvedere, whatever you want to take them. You got 100,000 places you can take place. They got clubs with pools, and not just one, 2, 3, 4 of them now in H-Town. So what if the next guy had the influence and he asked 2 coaches to come? Then another coach, he had 2 coaches to come. So the number doubles.
Yeah.
Then now the collective talent base. Hannah, do you realize how much talent was in the building? Dude, we had 6 of the top 10 rising juniors were at the GMI. They wasn't at the EYBL. They wasn't at the Under Armour. They wasn't at Adidas. 6 of the top 10 right now ranked sophomores. 4 of the top 10 rising. I said 6 of the top 10 juniors, 4 of the top 10 sophomores. We're in the building. We're in the building. So you know what these college coaches are trying to watch when they come down to Sunday? Underclassmen. If those guys would have been playing at the EYBL on the 16 or the 15 under, do you honestly think that a college coach was going to leave them 17s alone to go watch them 15s unless it was Sunday anyway? They got their own players to watch. So I'm just giving you guys the game. And the thing is, don't you listen? You paying attention? Haven't you noticed a pattern of ignorant guys who would try their best to tell you or influence you something?
And they got some ignorant followers too, Jimmy. Because I see some of the comments. They got some followers just to remain. Like somebody said, why are we giving CPR to this? I just told them to sit back and listen. We going somewhere. We ain't getting CPR to nothing. We trying to stop this ignorant ass stuff in the future of people who don't understand. We ain't giving nothing no CPR. We shedding light. And a lot of y'all just done yep, that's the crazy old uncle that's feeling on the little girl. Leave him alone. No, we shedding light on these situations. And y'all, and let me tell you something. You don't want to hear it, you don't have to hear it. You have to listen. Don't come tell us about we are giving a CPR to a dead situation. Fuck out of here. Come on, Jimmy. Now, what you say?
You know.
I don't like that, man.
And that's guys.
We're making great points.
Yes, absolutely. And what happened is they'll try to ignore, as I'm saying, people will try to make you. People try to sway you or make you believe that something is existing with our events or with me, and that 100% ain't true. Where are the founded facts? There's a bunch of accusations. I'm washed up. I can't do events. I don't do events no more. I ain't gonna be able to get no teams. I ain't gonna be. But every time they say it,
I'm glad you hear this. I never hear it. I wonder why I never hear it. Maybe it's the circle that I run in. We ain't got time to talk about that. We talking about ideas. These folks out here talking about people. We talking about visions. People out here talking about people. Why are you talking about him? That man that reinvented himself 10 times.
and you know what's so crazy? What's even crazier before we go in, because we got
let's get it.
We got another topic, but you know what's so crazy? Let me tell you what's so crazy. There's a lot of times the stuff that sting is because it happened before with another individual, and I pled guilty for enabling as an enabler, right. Meaning I enabled you the airtime on my platform when all the while you plotting, you conniving, you scheming, you huddling up and trying your best to bamboozle folk in the process of your personal uplifting.
Well, hold up. While snuggling up next to you, around you.
Yeah. And
Come
so
on.
that's the part that stings.
I can't stow. I can't stow.
That's the part that stings.
Fucking hyena. Them hyenas do that.
Think about it. When you come try to act like you really trying to get some of this good knowledge, or you trying to come and get it
I'm
and
around
go through the protocol.
OG, teach me the game. And you all the time you're scheming. Yeah, I'm watching. Jimmy, keep talking. Been there, done that.
Them the ones where it stings.
Yeah,
Not to say I shouldn't have expected it,
No.
but I should have known what a snake was gonna do. But that's the thing. When you go and you can't acknowledge when something is good. You can't acknowledge, then you want to go and you want to justify everything that's bad from other people, but then and you still not consistent enough. If you're gonna do that, you want to be that critic, you got to be that critic every day. You can't have selective criticism. Because I guarantee you, if you're criticizing the wrong every day, you will see. And everybody will see. They're gonna think you ganging up on a whole lot of people. And I'm be sitting there laughing because it ain't gonna rain on this yard a whole lot with criticism, because we spend that many resources towards making sure or minimizing the possibility of stuff not happening. That's the thing. And so when I get to that point, and I ask you guys, how do you mention something earlier, that you giving credit and claiming that another event was so grand. Okay, put that. Have you ever been to the New York to LA event and it wasn't a live period? Have any of y'all been to one that wasn't live? I'm asking you right now. For those out there, if you have, let us know on the feed. We got people all over the country. If you attended one that wasn't live, and yeah, I'm gonna go right at Antonio. Antonio knows me. Been knowing him for years. But it ain't nothing against you. I'm going at you for making a point, a case in point about something. If anybody's ever been to one, make your checklist off. Was it more secure? So I'm gonna put my spring icebreaker up against whichever one of his events you want to put up that wasn't during the live period.
It's the best event I ever been to in my life.
So what? Okay. So what made it better than a spring icebreaker?
They didn't answer that question for me.
Let's get a checklist. Was it more secure? Did he have more athletic trainers? Did he keep you guys informed on social media? Or did he just take a picture of your baby and your one player, that was it? Did he give you a favorable schedule if you asked to play at this time? What made it a better event than a spring icebreaker? The one that wasn't live. Let's put non-live versus non-live. And then you'll see how foolish some of these claims are. How foolish they are. Now it's back to this. Lastly, as I land on this one, don't y'all think about this. For a guy to come back and tell y'all, I have no problem with Jimmy. I respect Jimmy. I've known him for this many years.
I was the first person at his events.
Oh, that's bullshit. When I first started the event, I started events after coaching 15 and under and 16 and under basketball. When I started the event, John Urey called me a small, what he called me, a small potato.
Oh, okay. All right.
Small potato. That event, small potato event. It ain't a small potato. We go to, now back to this right here. When I say enabled him.
Man, I can say some stuff. I'm just holding it back.
When I say enabled him, let me give you guys factuals. Okay. This passed in 2021.
Hold on, Jimmy. Kirk Dorsey said, hold on. Them fools didn't even have ice at the training table in Atlanta. But keep going.
Thank you, Kirk, man.
Thank you, Kirk.
Okay. Thank you. This parents, and it ain't an attack on the event.
Nobody else, no, but
it's just holding it accountable.
Yes.
What it was, it wasn't.
But Jimmy, some people's best Gotta remember some people's best is the best day. If you've been if you've been had dirty water your whole life, if you've been eating McDonald's your whole life, you know, some people, if it's a little bit better, it might be. God, that example that I use is, keep going, though. It's you helping me. Keep going. That might be all he know, but keep going.
So think about this. If this the treatment that I get, then what's the use of me looking back in time and hearing about a kid named PJ Haggerty 2 years ago, Adam? And we knew about PJ in Houston, right? And I'm saying to myself, as I make this schedule, I'm going to give PJ Haggerty an opportunity to make Houston proud, to live up to this hype, or he's going to get exposed. One of the two. That event in the summer, in March of 2021, the Spring Icebreaker, was the launching pad for PJ Haggerty's last campaign, last lap around the track. Remember, he got an invite to Pangos. He didn't go. John Urie, the last time that he was on the Chop Shop, confessed that the reason that the kid didn't go, a reason that he did not go, PJ did not go to Pangos, was because the Houston Superstars had a tournament that weekend. So the decision was made, come play with us, rather than taking this opportunity to go to Pangos and showcase your skill set. That March, Hatter, guess what I did? Guess what I did for PJ Haggerty? Not just PJ Haggerty, but for PJ Haggerty by way of the Houston Superstars, by way of John Urie. I scheduled them against 2 EYBL teams. Where else in the summer do you think he would have had the opportunity to play against these guys? In what event? I let him play against Team Griffin and the Live On Florida Elite out of New Orleans. Team Griffin is from Oklahoma. That's Blake Griffin's signature program. That's sponsored by Nike. And also put him against in a grudge game, which that was the last time that the Spring Icebreaker was graced with the presence of Lowe from the Dallas Seawolves. He passed away a few weeks later. He passed away, Lowe. And that was a 1-point game. It went down to the end. It was a 1-point game. But my thing is, I put you on that platform and gave you premium exposure. Premium exposure. While the game's going on, Hatter, he still chose to act a fool. And I think that Alfio Vizzi might have footage of that, of John Urie, while the game's going on, and he's still
acting the godfather of this city, Jimmy. You not.
Exactly. So that means if you think about what he was saying, you're still wrestling with my position of no longer being a small potato.
Of course that is.
I'm an Idaho fucking potato now. You just can't, and that's the whole thing. Some people just can't handle that.
And a lot of people, Jimmy, if other people was in a certain position and these people rise up, a lot of us like that. I mean, a lot of people like that, man. I mean, he ain't no different from a whole lot of people in this community. No different. No different. But, you know, like people, and Barry, we're not bashing. I'm not really bashing the guy. It's just that I just don't understand. I just understand your tweets. Just quit tweeting. I just praised him a couple of weeks ago. But then he come back. Man, just think before you tweet. Same thing we tell our players, man. That's my thing. And I've been consistent with that. Think before you tweet, man. Why y'all just? Is that thing intoxicated? All you Twitters, y'all know who y'all ass is. Y'all, I got some on y'all, some of them on this feed. What does it make you feel to just sit there and say some shit? How did it make you feel? It's got to be something that you like. Is it attention? I just want to know what it is. I really, what it is. Jimmy, when a guy was telling me the other day, when I saw somebody telling me about, and I'm pivoting a little bit, but a coach really told me flat out, Robert, we watching these crazy ass parents too. Jimmy, I'm serious. When he told me that with a serious face, we watching these crazy ass parents, Rob. These parents are getting a lot of kids not recruited. And parents, I had to tell y'all today, I don't know what made me tell you, because I just talked to a coach this weekend. He said, man, some parents, y'all, I know y'all think y'all not. Like, yeah. Like, I saw some stuff in the NBA Summer League this weekend. I sit in the middle of some stuff, the stuff that people say in these stands. Man, I promise you, I'm going to look at this little kid probably different, and I might be wrong, but I know he came from this household. And the stuff that I heard out of these people, my God. In other words, F everybody else on the team, it's about him. It's in the NBA Summer League. F everybody else. All I'm worried about is him. I said, wow. Jimmy, it's just bad. And that's all I'm telling you. Just respect. And Jimmy, that's what I saw in this thing. That's why I addressed it. At first, I wasn't going to address it. It's just the blatant, just disrespect, man. Both of y'all have did great things in this community. And, and I've never seen you or nobody go and just tweet about, the people that don't like him, but both of y'all have done great things in this community. And that's why I had a problem with it. I just, you already know, I ain't like that. I ain't like that. I'm going to tell you to yourself, man, that's some fuck shit. Excuse my, oh, Lord. I'm going to tell you to yourself. Excuse me, Lord.
I got a good question.
Yeah.
Can anybody that's out there in Texas, that's Dallas, DFW, ASAC, that's the Austin, San Antonio, Killeen area, Greater Houston. And this is not a catch question. I'm really trying to collect data on this. Of all of the guys that are coaching grassroots basketball right now, do you have any former players who are also coaching their grassroots teams as well? Meaning that you had a guy that maybe once played for you, you coached him, but now he's coaching other kids now, right? If you do, raise your hand, let us know on the feed. I'm just curious because first I want to take it somewhere. And I'll give you guys a little time. If you have
coached in your program, came back and coached, you coached.
Got his own team, just somewhere.
Oh, came back and got his own team.
He's coached. He's volunteering.
So that means he had a great experience then. If he coming back and giving back, doing his own team.
Just if they coached for you, and you coached them, and they're now leading and trying to mold other young men in the same similar path. What's the name of the person who's doing it? And that way you're basically giving them a good shout out as well. I'm curious on that. I'm just curious. I mean, you're gonna realize this thing. Remember, put it like this, Hal. Don't you know a whole lot of young people right now coaching these young teams? There's a whole lot of young people. They played for somebody.
Uh-huh.
So that means either their coach who influenced them back in the days, either he's moved on to other things, or if he's still in it, who's that person that has the credit of doing so?
I don't know the name of the team, but I'm trying to call his daddy. Ask the name of the team.
And this is a hell of a topic. Okay, Everett Pleasant is with the Blueprint program. Okay,
Mhm.
so Everett played for the under the Houston Hoops. He played. Robert Veazey say T.J. Ford, Kendrick Davis, and Eddie Barlow. They played under Robert Veazey. Veazey, you was with Uri's program because all those guys played with Uri, I think. Kenny Gamble says Donald Thomas. Right? Oh, okay. Freedman coached Everett Pleasant at the high school.
We
I
talking
wasn't
about summer
talking about high
basketball.
school coach. I wasn't talking about high school coaches, Fred. I'm in the grassroots, non-scholastic sector right now. So as we waiting a couple more guys, man, understand where I'm going. The list of guys that the roots are growing and extending from
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
like
you
that. I
guys,
like that. I like that.
right?
Uh-huh.
Now, and check this out. Richard Law,
In
and you
what
mentioned
capacity?
T.J. Ford, Kendrick Davis, Eddie Barlow. Eddie Barlow is with Coos Elite. What team is Kendrick Davis? He went to
Who
Clements High
coached
School.
TJ Ford?
T.J. Ford coached his team for a while, but Tim Ford does no. But
No,
T.J.
but
coached,
why did he make what Kendrick Davis coach a team?
not your Kendrick Davis, the Kendrick Davis from
Oh, it's
Clements.
another Kendrick
The
Davis.
original Kendrick Davis.
Okay.
He went to Arkansas.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
he ended up going to, I think, North Texas. Tiara Matthews,
Matthews.
Haley Washington, and Ariana Sanders are in the organization of Trey Phillips. Now, okay, we got some more. Kenna Gamble says Robert Goffney and Jordan Collins. Man, this is about to get good. Because here's my question, right? Here's my question. Of all of those guys that may have former players who have opted to devote a portion of their life volunteering in the grassroots community, how many of you guys who provided those lists can say that any one of those guys coach up under your program as it currently exists? You follow me? I'm gonna say it again. How many of those former players of yours, now they've went and got teams, they're coaching, how many of those are coaching under your umbrella,
Under
under
your
your
umbrella.
program?
Okay.
Now let's now the list about to
But
get
some people
really
ain't
small.
in this thing that long, Jimmy. So that's just gonna be a few people.
Well, there's only a few anyway. But
Okay.
I do notice one thing.
But Jimmy, he texted me back. Deshaun Robinson used to play for us. You remember Deshaun Robinson?
Yes, from Elsick High School.
Yeah, he played with us, and then now he coached Little Joe Athletics.
Oh, Joe Little. Joe Little.
Oh, Joe Little. Joe
But
Little. Okay.
Joe Little didn't exist back
Yeah,
when he
no, but
was playing.
I just had this. When you said a kid that's in your program that you the coach, and now he coaching other kids, it just made me proud. He made me
And
proud.
that's a good thing.
Uh-huh.
But then I'm
Now
like,
you
I'm supersizing this thing now.
Okay.
Of those who are coaching,
And
or
come back and coach.
did any of them come back home?
I ain't got no program.
But I'm just saying. So I just say the list is about to get really small now.
Right.
About to get really small now.
Right.
Because there are a couple, and there are a handful of programs that still exist with the same name. So, to me, if that young man or young woman has been inspired to go and do that, but not come at least come and get a start up under your program that she wore your uniforms or he wore your uniforms at one point in time, doesn't that say something? Not much, but don't it say something?
Man, don't be jugging at nobody, man.
And it's not really a jug. It just goes to show that it goes to prove.
That's a good point, though.
That collectively, as great as a lot of the guys out there are as mentors, something ain't right because you're not mentoring them to know that they're supposed to. If you're gonna come back into this shit, you're gonna come back up on us and at least you're gonna come and just at least come and give us a chance. If you're gonna come back and give back. Some of these guys out here, they don't want nothing to do with the old grassroots coach. Truth be told.
Okay, yeah.
They
And
don't
some,
want
yeah,
nothing to do with your ass.
absolutely.
Now, Hit Dog gonna damn sure holler on that.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
wouldn't dare let you after they done
But
heard the
then
story.
some of these kids ain't worth 4 damn flies too. You can talk about
Well,
some of
yeah,
them kids ain't worth Jimmy.
we know that too. We know that too.
No, but
what
we got to say it though.
But what
Yeah.
happens, Adam, a lot of times, once the kids, kids think with a kid with young minds early on when they're teenagers, but when they get late on in life, a couple of years later, they share stories, they learn things. They'll wonder why you was in the other room and they had to go in the other room. They'll wonder they'll wonder and start putting two and two together. And then don't let it be a kid that was a recruit, a high priority prospect. Because when they get to college, that college coach, if you don't know this, guys, I'm telling you some game now. Game alert. Shadow show. Right now. Right now, shadow show. If you are a high-level recruit, the chances are very likely that once that kid get to college, while he's there, one of those coaches is going to let that kid know, because now he's no longer a kid in their eyes. Like, we can talk to you. Hey, man, you ate. We fed you. Did you eat? Did you get that bag? And he like, what bag? No, coach. You mean tell me that time when y'all came down on that visit? I gave him $100, $200 for you. So you can get them shoes. You asked for them Jordans. I gave that to you. Coach, he ain't give me nothing. So now that kid feels some kind of way about that person he once looked up to and loved because he started putting it all together. Wait a minute. Coach was giving you something. Or you meet that Nike executive or that Adidas executive or that Under Armour executive or that Reebok old executive from back in the days, and they tell you, and we sent you some priority elite gear. Did you get that box? Did you get it? You're like, Coach, no, I ain't get that. We gave it. We sent it to you. We sent you special stuff. You didn't have to get the team gear. And then you find out that somebody been pinching off all your stuff all this year. You feel these kids, they grew up with that in them. And they say, you know what? F him. This sucker here was he was jipping me. And that's why a lot of people don't want nothing to do with some of their old coaches. And believe that. Think about that. Think about it. They was one big happy family.
That man said paint you.
Just think about it. Hell, the team we've been talking about for a little while today, they have they just named, Rob Beasley named 4 or 5 guys that played under that coach. And not a single one of them want to go and touch and grace his sidelines and say, hey, man, let me help this dude and give back.
Maybe he don't want nobody. Maybe he don't want nobody on the sideline.
Okay. Maybe don't. But anyway.
What's another subject you talking about?
So the other subject I want to give, and lastly, about that old convention center, about that convention center topic and that shit right there.
That shit old.
It tell you something, man. Tell you something. See this right here? This is the meeting I had yesterday with the head of the sports authority in Houston.
That's who running this thing.
Guess what I'm talking about? Guess what I'm trying to get done?
Don't tell.
No. See, that's what I'm saying. Certain people, you can't even get in the room to get them type of meetings. This was a 2-hour meeting. Private meeting. Shout out to Patty. Shout out to Holly. Them good girls. And we got some projects I'm gonna help each other with. But it's a start. People get stuff done with relationships. relationships, you're able to get stuff done. Every city has money that they will give to various projects, but they have to know you. They don't, because know why that money, they got to give it to somebody. They got to give it to somebody. But I'm sitting there talking and trying to get the TABC event in Houston at the convention center. Trying to get some other stuff in the convention center. But that takes, guess what? The people that, you guys, if you ain't never done events, you got to have some down payment liquid, some real money to put under. If you put down, if you want to go and play with those stakes and want to go play like that, you got to go put it in. And the thing is, far too many of y'all using Peter to pay Paul. Those event operators won't, this ain't for you. You got to go into your savings or something, or go up under the bed or something to go and play with this stuff right here. But this is what I was doing. So once again, you late. Already on that. For me to have a meeting yesterday, do you think it was just set up when you made a tweet? This meeting was set up a couple of weeks back. This meeting was set up the day the Monday after I came back from Dallas, from Duncanville to TABC. Like, wait a minute. If they had one of these in Phoenix and it worked out, then we need to, let me come in, let's talk. So now I got to, because it's not my fight. It's TABC fight. So now I got to put TABC in the room with them. You see what I'm saying? How that go? I got to put, it's not my fight. I can't speak for TABC.
Absolutely.
Now what I can do, I can speak to them first and work on some stuff, and then work on stuff with some spring icebreaker in the meantime. and, you know what I'm saying? And then help Rick Nelson out with our Thanksgiving week events, because we have so many teams from out of town. But meanwhile, TABC, the administration lives in Houston. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. Even though favor ain't fair, it ain't right to year after year think that people from Houston, San Antonio, and the rest of the state is comfortable with economically with driving all the way to Dallas to play in those live events in June for the high school teams. That's not right. That's not right. This ain't the state tournament. And your actions, not TABC, but the UIL's action has just proved that they are feeling the remorse of assigning so many stuff and having people from Houston and greater Houston drive up to Dallas forcefully in the regional tournaments. How so? I'll give you the news. If you know this past year, remember Cy Ranch and Cy Falls both advanced to the regional semifinals, which has been held the last few years in the Ellis Davis Fieldhouse in Dallas, Texas. So basically, Duncanville is in Region 2. That's the Region 2 tournament. So if you make it to the semifinals, you basically got to give Duncanville, like they really need a home court to play a game to go to state in Dallas versus a team from Houston. Like really, like that's really going to hurt them at all. But what it does, it cripples the fan base. It fragments the fan base of the Houston teams. So as a result, the UIL, and I share this news with you guys, which is breaking, the UIL is expected to officially announce, and they will, that the Region 2 tournament has relocating from Dallas to Lufkin, Texas. So now, those Cypress teams, they don't have to drive all the way to Dallas. They drive to Lufkin. Well, Dallas got a further drive now. They drive to Lufkin. The other teams might be from Waco or whatever. They got to drive to Lufkin. Well, wasn't there an event already in Lufkin this past year for the first time? The first time ever, only for 1 year. Remember Booker T. Washington? Remember Silsbee? The 4A regional tournament was in Silsbee. Well, that is going to be relocated as well. So they're willing to give that up to host the 6A Region 2 at Lufkin High School. The 4A will now be held at Bryan High School in Bryan, Texas. Why? Think about it. Even though the Houston team always is there, Silsbee has been a mainstay. It's a further drive for Silsbee. It's going to be an inconvenience and a true testament to their fan base, but they will be there in droves if they make it, trust me. But it helps out the teams that are from the Austin area, Pflugerville, the Waco teams. Now it gives them a more economical trip. Just wanted to share that with you guys, if you hadn't heard that already. And Walter, so did they move Region 3, 4A? Yeah, I just said it. Yes, they moved it to Bryan. And Olga says, why Lufkin? Is it not centralized? Why Lufkin? They have a brand new school, brand new facility. It's not really that big. I'm worried the wrong 618 get there, it's going to be an overflow crowd. That's my only concern. I'm just knock on wood. I'm just telling you. Hell, this year it was pretty much almost at capacity. And Booker T, Washington's fan base did not show up as expected. If that would have been Yates there playing instead of Booker T, Washington, they'd have to shut Lufkin High School down. For those that were there, I'm not joking. So you got Duncanville, Cypress, all these schools with 4,000 plus students going into a facility that only can hold 2,500. It's gonna be tough. Also, before we get up out of here, I want to give a shout out, man. I'm so proud of this. Charles McClellan of the SWAC, the commissioner of the SWAC, has been named as the college. He's over the committee that chooses the teams that go into the NCAA tournament.
He's been on the committee now. He's over it.
This year he's going to be vice president, but next year in 2023 he will be the chair, the president of that committee.
That's awesome, man.
An HBCU commissioner. It has never been done. We're in historic proportions. Understand, they're watching what the noise and the movements that has been done in the SWAC. And if you've ever talked with Charles McClellan, guys, if you ever had the luxury of being in a conversation, in dialogue with him, he is a cunning, a very acute, intelligent-minded individual. He's level-headed, and boy, he can think. I never asked him. I wouldn't mind playing a game of chess against old Charles McClellan. I don't care. It'd be a fun little 2 out of 3 with him.
He's sharp. He's a sharp guy. Sharp.
He can think.
Yeah.
And so that's awesome, man. Because you know what that means now? That means that just maybe now, our SWAC tournament champion may not be earmarked as an automatic play-in or automatic 16 seed. They might get a 15 seed now or 14 seed now. Yeah. You understand what I'm getting at? Because other people just
I don't mind that seed. When I learned something about that seed, that play-in game, because guess what? Long as you play it, Jimmy, that's considered a win in the play-in. That 14 game, they might get their head tore off. But anytime in the first round, anytime you win, that's considered a win. Then you go on to the next round. That means you done win 2 rounds. No matter how it seemed to y'all, when I found out a win in that play-in game, the 68 game, it's still considered a win. And I said, wow. So guess what? Be careful what you ask for. Be careful. Hey, guess what? We can go win that game. So that means we got an NCAA win under our belt. They put us a 14 against one of them top seeds. They going to knock our head off in that first round. And then we don't get that win. So they explained that to me earlier this year. I said, I'm like you. But when I got that information, You know, when you know better, you do better.
Man, that's awesome though, man.
Yeah.
That's
But you know
awesome.
what though? You know what I like about what you said and how you and think about it. Kevin Granger came up under his tutelage. Follow me? Kevin Granger came up under his tutelage. So guess what? If you think he's that sharp and I think he's that sharp, Kevin Granger done been around him that many years. It should, he should be in a position to let some of that rub off. So I'm really, I'm just, I can't believe it. But I saw how they were, Jimmy. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what making me. You're bringing it back to me now. Cause at the Final Four, Jimmy, George McClellan, Charles McClellan was sitting right up front, right there next to the, right there next to the bat of the Kansas bench, right up front, right there, at the scores table, right there. And I was saying, damn, and the other guys was spread out, but he was sitting right there in a strategic spot. You saw him on the TV every single time they put the coach from Kansas on Bill Self on the show. So he a powerful man. I am so proud of him. I'm glad you brought that to my attention because I had no idea.
Man, that's awesome news right there. Awesome news. And other news we left, I think, on the table, leaving with this
What you got?
weekend.
What happened?
Sitting there cleaning out my desk for going into this. We're on this Baby Friday. If you guys if you're just tuning to the Chop Shop, we're going to ask you, invite you to share the show. Give us a thumbs up on the YouTube page if you would. Share the show if you will. Give us one good share as we go into the weekend. You also, what did I have? Oh, the Southwest Exposure Camp, Howard.
Yeah.
Southwest Exposure Camp. We got a few minutes, and that was held this past weekend. I mean, that was held these last 2 days over at the ULH Event Center in North Houston. Got a chance, man. You know what? The camp, the numbers were relatively low, but it was, you could tell on day one the energy level when they came in there and they understood what it means. Low numbers means is more opportunities for one-on-one for the campers. It's easier to be evaluated if it's the lower the numbers of kids. Also, on the first day, we went, myself, Rick Nelson with the JRB events, we fed the kids twice on the first day. Get them Jimmy John's, and then they got Subway on the way out the door. Fed them twice. You didn't hold them in the building all day long. Didn't play a whole bunch of games. They only played 2 games on each day.
What was the purpose of this?
Well, the Southwest Exposure Camp, remember, this camp was was established about 3 years ago when the NCAA had announced they were doing their live period camps in July. Right. So this camp was used as to catch some of the spillage from the NCAA initiatives, because college coaches could come out, but they couldn't come to this camp. But at that particular year, University of Houston was granted the South region of the NCAA individual camps, right? And that means we had Jack Yates, which is in the shadows directly across the street from University of Houston. We use Jack Yates, and that way what happens is some of the players who were invited to play in the NCAA session 2, they came and played in our session 1. And some of the players who were invited to the NCAA's session 1, since they were in town already, they came and played in our session 2. And we had that camp was a very pivotal component for Kenneth Lofton Jr.
Yes.
He came and played in the Southwest Exposure camp, and he was doing it. And so then the word got over to across the street. Man, y'all better pay attention to this dude.
Absolutely.
And then
Absolutely.
Next thing you know, he gets an offer from Georgetown, and then but they made the decision. You know what? We'd rather be a big fish in a small pond than to go up
Wait to
to
see.
Washington. Because
Wait to
remember,
see.
Kenneth Lofton Jr. has a brother. His older brother works for Homeland Security and lives in Washington, D.C. So it wasn't that he was going to strange land, and he decided, no, I'm gonna do it this way. And I also, when I saw Pat Ewing had the other week at the top of Hunter camp, I give credit, man. Pat Ewing was the only person on his staff that loved Junior Lofton. He saw him and he was like, I can win with him. And then the people with some of the staff, not gonna say his whole staff, but the majority of his staff were like, man, coach, he ain't but 6'6". Coach, man, that dude, man, we got 100 dudes like him. Coach, man, he ain't coach. He ranked this low. And that's what they do sometimes. They'll use that. They'll try to use that against kids. But I want to give you guys the players who comprise my all Southwest Exposure Camp team as we get ready to go on out the door. And I'm going to give you a list of 12 players.
Okay.
And the criteria, they played 4 games. You had to at least play 2 of these 4 to qualify for this all camp team. In no particular order, Liam Dawdy. He's 6'3" from George Ranch High School. He's a rising senior. Luke Reeder. He's 6'5". He attends Tomball Memorial High School. He's a rising junior. Jaden Gambrell. He's 6'3". He's a rising junior who starred at Madison High School this past season. You can ask me some news about him in a minute, Hal, if you want to. Okay. Keyshawn Cotton, 6'6" from Dawson High School. He's a rising senior. London Rickett, 6'2" from Midland High School. He's a rising senior. Deshaun Scott, 6'3", Jack Yates High School. He's a rising sophomore. Ryan Hill, 5'11", George Bush High School, a rising senior. Noel Duplachain, 6'2", Houston Sharpstown High School. He's a rising senior. Jackson Williams, 6'3", John Cooper High School out in the Woodlands. He's a rising junior. Kristen Umana, he's 6'4" from Clear Creek High School. He's a rising junior. I'm expecting big things from him this year, Adam. He was really consistent. Chandler Williams, 6'6", Klein Forest High School. He's a rising senior. And last but not least, Ryan Garza. He's 6'4" from San Antonio Antonian High School. He's a rising senior. Those 12 young men, congratulations. We'll have a write-up on tomorrow on RCS Sports, recapping that. Shout out to Archie Young with Forever Young Films, and of course, in conjunction with RCS Sports, he was in the building filming. A lot of you, if you participated in the Southwest Exposure Camp, send us an email if you need to get connected with Archie and you want to get one of those mixtapes made with your baby. And it's always good to get updated footage of such. Also, I want to give a shout out to we had 2 head college coaches that came and spoke to the campers, right? We had Robert Bird of Coastal Bend Junior College. I mean, he did great. He also helped conduct interviews. He took to some of the campers and showed them how an interview conversation goes. That coaches will ask you questions and how you should conduct yourself in that interview. This was priceless info that they got.
In the coaches' interviews. Like when they Okay.
Yeah, this was good stuff. Walter Yates Jr. was also present. he spoke with them about NAIA options and what the qualifications are, and which was good because most of the kids that at these type of camps, that's the level. So it's a live period for them. This was a live period for them. Also, man, it was just so much. We had a medical trainer on location, and that's Dr. Irwin Hassler, and she's actually relocating to Atlanta at the end of the month. She's a very much high asset to the community. She's going to help. I've already connected her with some people in ATL. That way, she's going to be dynamic. She's going to be working, but at the same time, she had just got a certification for Georgia, but she's going to be helping out in the sports community as well. Also, give a thank out to Henry Sims.
Jimmy, got a question. Is this the same camp? Is this the same camp the dude did the video, the fake video?
That was last year.
It's the same camp?
Same camp.
Okay, it just popped up in my mind. So this the anniversary. Not the anniversary, whatever that shit. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. You just made me think. It's been a whole year. Wow. But keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now Gambrell transferred?
Well.
Oh, you can't talk about it.
If you're a fan of if where's Doug Jones at?
He on there.
Doug. That go Doug Jones right there.
Yeah.
Every kid in the camp, they have to fill out and they have their school. Mm-hmm. And you look, Jeremiah Gambrell right there had him. In the second column of players, the Heat. Okay. You see what school it say?
Yeah, okay. Oh, Washington.
Jeremiah Gambrell is transferring from Madison to Booker T. Washington. He would be the fourth incoming transfer that school has obtained since losing to Silsby in this past regional in the Class 4A. Understand, this Booker T. Washington team is loading up. They're the new Jack Yates. Now, I'm not saying that Jack Yates is going anywhere, I think, but right now, as Booker T. Washington's keep putting logs on the fire, Yates ain't putting. They better count him with something. Booker T.
So he'll be able to go and play immediately? How?
No, I'm not sure. I don't know the circumstance. I don't know.
Okay. I'm just saying.
There you go, Doug. See, Doug, don't that sounds so John Uri-ish.
Yeah. Boy.
But all that to be.
Yeah. You see, Doug,
Doug. Why can't that be all that to beat Yates? Why can't that be all that to beat Dallas Fate Family?
Who won the championship last year? Sylvia or Fate Family? Oh, Fate Family did, didn't it?
Fate Family.
Oh, yeah. They trying to beat the champs, Doug. They ain't trying to beat the runner-ups. No, just kidding.
Hey, Corey say Booker T is a magnet school and open. Hell, damn near every school in HISD, damn near. They have 21 high schools with basketball and football.
Okay. I'm just going over here to the magnet. I'm going to the engineering school. I'm just going over here in the engineering. I just want to go to Booker T. Washington. I'm going to the engineering school. I want to be an engineer. Okay, I like that. I love it. It's only in America. I love it, boy. I love it.
Say, HISD might be back. And I'm going to tell you now, also, Bel Air has a transfer that just moved in from out of state. And Bel Air, and this young man, he ain't bad. You guys get to see him real soon. He ain't bad. He ain't bad.
You just said he
If the
ain't bad
season
too
was
damn many times.
if the season was to start right now, he would definitely be in the starting lineup.
Well, he ain't bad.
He ain't bad. So that means you're losing
Yeah,
Cole,
right.
right? And you gain a move in. So it's gonna be, you're right, Doug. It's gonna be pretty fun. Speaking of pretty fun,
Let me get some kids to move in. I'm finna call all my kids from Memphis and come to the magnet school. I'm gonna call all my engineering great basketball players from out of town. Come to Houston. We got plenty of magnet schools. 21, Jimmy the Beast. Boy, I'm loving this. Oh my goodness. I'm bringing them to Yates though.
so, yeah, I mean, yeah, Coach Wise, trust me. And of course, if you haven't heard Coach Wise over at Jack Yates High School, he's making a historic move by becoming the first ever head coach on the varsity level to 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 assume the role in both boys and girls basketball in HISD.
Well, he gonna coach the girls too.
He's coaching the varsity girls and the varsity boys. He's got net board. He's got net board. Where you say, I need a tag. I need something to challenge me. He's going to
I
coach
like
the
that.
girls and the boys, and the school district, the athletic department. From what I understand, they encourage the move. They applaud it, and even will make the schedule favorable to whereas you can't be two places at one time. So if the boys are playing, the girls are play. That way they can all ride on one bus or whatnot, and
That's
it just
cool,
save
man.
time.
That's cool. But he
Yeah,
got some great assistants over there, so that helps him out a lot.
yeah. So that's
Yeah.
the Michael said the good player from Bel Air leave. Bel Air
Yeah.
got some fire over there.
They reloaded.
Don't trust me. I've watched a couple of those Bel Air kids play with that JL3 Delilah Balance team, and Bel Air is going to be just fine. You know why? Because there's no Duncanville in this region for them to beat. It's a lot of different compatible talent.
Yeah.
Now, lastly but not least, I got all this stuff for you. I want to make sure it'd be worth missing me for the last 2 days. I get drop you with all these nuggets. Wesley Yates III
Miami.
is rumored to possibly he's considering entertaining is the better word, Adam. He's entertaining solicitations from at least 2 to 3 different prep schools around the country, and that's trying their best to lure him to leave Beaumont United High School. That's the better way to put it. So entertaining, meaning that you're engaging with Skype calls, you're engaging with the presentations, you're letting them, you're listening to them. That means you're entertaining their solicitations.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you wasn't concerned at all, I can see you entertaining one. But if you're entertaining 2, 3, or more, then that means now where
You
it's
trying to
smoking
find
fire.
you trying to find the right fit.
And that would be a huge blow to Beaumont United, who's already faced with the task of moving up from 5A to 6A next season. So Wesley Yates could he be on the move?
Hey.
And Doug Jones say Link is on him hard, had a Zoom already.
I don't
And
blame Link.
Compass Prep in Arizona is another one. Also, I'm hearing coming around the outside is a Dunder Academy what they call it,
I hope you don't never go nowhere near that crazy.
spearheaded by Kanye West.
No, the hell no. Please, West.
And at his mood to say two of the top players from Chicago just left and went to Dunda and Montverde, respectively.
Evidently these prep schools are offering something that these local high schools just can't, and it's okay. So guess what? Next man up. Somebody else got to get. If West leave, they give somebody else an opportunity, and West go and do his thing, and you know I like it. I you know what, you know if they like it, I love it. I'll put it like.
Well, in regards to West, no, we'll talk about that on Monday.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
On Monday. Yeah. It's about that time to get up out of here, man.
Yeah, it's got yeah. Let's go.
Nose back and yabba dabba do this thing on this Baby Friday, man. Hey, man, great show, and of course, Ada, they give you. Of course, we did it on Monday. We gave you a happy belated birthday from this past week.
Yeah.
And then on the show, I watched yesterday's show this morning, and then learned that you a grandpappy. You the pappy, that baby boss. You the pappy. You're the pappy, boss.
I blame Sonya Billingsley, man.
You're the pappy. Hey.
I'm old, man. I'm old. I'm the coolest. I'm gonna be the coolest granddad in the world. Now, how about that? I'm gonna be the coolest granddad in the world. Yeah, Jimmy. I'm going to buy Pampers. I'm going to buy Pampers and everything now. I'm getting all that stuff. I'm gonna have a whole room for the baby stuff. They ship up out of here. Yeah, I'm starting now. I don't wait. But that Sonya Billingsley, she wished that up on me. I know it. Because I'm on there talking stuff a month ago, a couple months ago, talking crazy, Jim. I ain't no granddad. I ain't that. Yeah, but yes, I am now. Good God. But yeah, shout out. Oh, yeah, he going to have every Nike shoe in the world. Yeah. And a golf club. I ain't going to give him no basketball, Jimmy. I'm going to give him a golf club, a baseball. And hold up, a golf club, a baseball, and a book. And a good book to read. That's what I'm gonna give him. No, granddaddy gonna be reading to him. Yo, Papa, hey Jimmy, I'm gonna be up there like this. Jim, come on, boy. I'm gonna be reading to him. So, but I'm good, man. Memphis down to the floor. Yeah, Memphis. But get us out of here, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's time to get up out of here. I should come and ask you which one of them Houston players or Texas players did good at the summer league down there. I'm supposed to fly out tomorrow. I'm leaning toward not going. Jimmy. I'm tired.
Dude. I was so glad to get on that plane last night, man.
I'm talking about, man, I heard people down there coughing and everything.
Dude, ain't nobody had no mask on but me.
I heard people down there just coughing up a storm down there. They said package might be back.
Jimmy. I ain't seen nobody in there. I'm in around. I was looking like an alien in that. I know, everywhere I go. I said, yeah, dude, I got to have mine on, baby. No, Doug, I ain't talking to him, Doug. Ain't talking to me right now, Doug. Justin Jackson been playing good enough to get cut.
Well, Houston Justin Jackson or the Memphis?
He talking about
Houston Justin Jackson?
Houston Justin Jackson. Been good.
Okay, good.
I said, great. You didn't hear what I said. Playing good enough to get cut. Dude talking about he been playing good.
Oh man,
good enough to. Yeah, Jimmy, that package is out there, Jimmy, and they just walking around there like it ain't nothing. And I'm up there, boy. I know they were laughing at me, man. Even everywhere I went, Jimmy. Everywhere I went. And hold up, and had my spray. Hold up, Jimmy. Y'all think I be playing, right? Everywhere I go, Jimmy, I got 2-3 of these jumps. You get next to me, I'm. Oh yeah, it's on. Oh, man. It's on, man. I don't want to be sick, man. Shit, yeah, I don't want to be sick, but let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, man, y'all share the show. Give us a thumbs up on the way out the door. We up out of here, man, for this week. See you guys, of course, next week. Don't forget, Grassroots team. We have the Grassroots Showcase on July the 22nd through the 24th. That is an NCAA live event. It's another legal reason for a college coach to slide into Houston especially on that Sunday afternoon after they've been watching a lot of the top shelf recruits around the country. So once again, that's something for you to consider. If you're a grassroots team, save that money. And if you have a coach that's really after one of your kids already, and by now you've had technically four live periods for your kids to attract the attention of Division I coaches. Yeah. If they haven't done so yet, then you really might need to, go on and spend the money and take the gamble if you have it. But if it's minimal attention, then why not just call that coach and say, Coach, how about if we stay in Houston? You come to Houston on that Sunday and you can watch little Johnny play, and that could save you time and that coach time, because now you know that coach gonna come see him play if he come into Houston. And that's what I would do. I swear to you, that's what I would do. And if it's a small school, a low budget school, hell, I would even offer to take care of his hotel room. Give him a gift card. That coach. See, that's called flipping the game. All these coaches don't have the budgets y'all think they have. But you can minimize some of their expenses. You damn right they'll come and stay the extra night. Depending on who you are, they ain't gonna take it from anybody. And guess what? If you know the right person, they know how to get it to their coach. But anyway, guys, Halle, let's get on up out of here, man. That's cheap.
I'm out, baby.
Right.
See y'all tomorrow.
We up out of here, man. Time shop.
Okay. Yeah.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop.